Morning, students. In the last class, we finished 13.1. Today, it's very important class where we'll study the differentiation or derivative. Why it is important? Because this will the knowledge will carry definitely in class 12. This is also called a calculus portion, so it's definitely important. So let me start that what is differentiation and how we can find. Let me first speak about the sentence y equal to f of x. This is none else but it is a simple thing of function where y is a function of x. Y is a function of x where x is an independent variable and y is dependent variable. Many times you have seen, like if I write y equal to x square plus 2, what is this? This is none else but it is a function. Y is a function of x. When x will change, y will also change because x is independent variable. You also know it when you used to have this kind of a linear equation and you have definitely drawn a graph of this linear equation. So what you used to do, you used to make like a simple box where you choose some values. So definitely first you put values of x and then corresponding value of y you normally find, because x is independent variable and y is dependent variable. So as x will change, y will also change. That's simple. When x will change, y will also change. Again I put one example. So when x equal to 2, definitely y will be 3. 2 and 1 3. When x equal to 4, y will be 5. What is the meaning? When x is changing, y will change. X is independent and y depends on x. So this strategy will adopt here by changing. Look at the thing, I tell you one thing. What is the meaning of differentiation? Let me speak something. You know that as x changes, y also change correspondingly, accordingly. I again speak, when x change, y change accordingly. When x have a greater change, y definitely have a greater change. When x have a small change, y is also having a small change. Again I speak one thing. Suppose x equal to, you have put 0.1. So you have definitely y is equal to 1.1. When x equal to, you made a small change, 0.2. Definitely 1.2 will be the value of y, again a small change. When x changing with a small way, y is also changing with a small way. Okay, now let me come on the point. What is the meaning of differentiation? First let me speak about that. I speak something that the rate of change in y, the rate of change in y with respect to x, the rate of change in y with respect to x, when this change is very instant, when x changes instant, the rate of definitely whole rate is called a differentiation. The language is tough, but let me speak something. The change in x, the instant change in x is called del x, and change in y, corresponding change called del y. So don't worry about del x and del y. These are symbol. Del x and del y, these are symbol. I would speak one thing, that del x shows small change in x, del y shows small change in y. The rate of change called del y upon del x. This is the rate. So again I speak, what is the differentiation? So the rate of change of y with respect to x, when this change is very small, or I would speak that when it is called an instant change, I would speak one thing, that whole is changing with respect to x. When this change is very small, meaning change in x is very small, that whole rate called differentiation. When this gonna be instant change, when this del x will go very small, and that is can be obtained by del x tends to 0, del y by del x. Try to understand that. Limit del x tends to 0, del y by del x. This is called the meaning of differentiation. Again I speak something, change in y with respect to x. The instant change in y with respect to instant change in x is called differentiation when this change is very small. So it whole depends on change of x. When x is changing, y is changing. That rate called del y by del x. When it gonna be differentiation? When this change gonna be very small, and that instant change can be expressed by del x tends to 0. It is not equal to 0, but it is tending to 0. When del x is going very small, meaning change is going to be very small, the whole rate is called differentiation, and this differentiation called dy by dx. So this is the major thing which should come in your mind, student. You don't worry about the sentences, it will come in your mind slowly. Again I repeat myself, y is equal to f of x, my function. The rate of change of y with respect to x is called del y by del x, and this gonna be differentiation when this change is very small. This change is called instant change when del x tends to 0. When del x tends to 0, this rate gonna be dy by dx, and that's why it is called instantaneous rate. Okay, it is called instantaneous rate. And that rate called dy by dx. So keep remember initially this language. I am not rubbing this one, but I am doing something special. Can you see? Y is equal to f of x is my function. Y is equal to f of x my function. I want to speak something. When any change you are doing in x, look at, when you are changing to x by del x, you are changing to x by del x, y will change accordingly, like y plus del y. You don't bother about this. This del x meaning you are changing to x by small value of x, del x. When x is changing very instant, y will change accordingly, y plus del y. Now let me speak something about this. Del y is equal to f of x plus del x. I transfer to y that side, and this is y. And then del y is equal to x plus del x minus y is equal to, I put f of x. You know y is equal to f of x we have. So del y we got f of x plus del x minus f of x. And student, I will use now this formula. We know dy by dx is equal to limit del x tends to 0, del y upon del x. We know it, we have already seen. So can you put the value of del y? This particular value is the value of del y. You can put here. So limit del x tends to 0. Instead of del y, you can put f of x plus del x minus f of x. So instead of del y, you can put here, and upon del x is there, dy by dx. This is the definition of differentiation dy by dx. It is called differentiation of y with respect to x. Let me speak something. This is not a division. Some student thinks about dy is divided by dx. I'm sorry, but it is not meaning of this particular symbol of derivative. It is actually differentiation of y with respect to x. And for bit convenient condition, let me rub this out. Please, you can write in the copy all these things. For bit convenient, I changed myself this formula. Instead of del x, I am writing h. You don't bother. F of x plus h minus f of x upon h. Nothing changed, but for convenient condition, I changed del x by h. Both have the same meaning. H is also a small thing, and del x is also same. Actually, they play the same role. Don't worry about this. So for bit convenient condition, I changed my formula by this, and this is the formula for differentiation. This is called the differentiation of y with respect to x by first principle. This is called a differentiation of y differentiation of y with respect to x by first principle. So please remember the word first principle. This is very important. Now we would have a lots of formulas, lots of functions, and we will see one by one their differentiation. So keep remember, what is the meaning of differentiation? The differentiation meaning change in y with respect to x. That rate is called differentiation when that rate is very instant, and that instantaneous rate is called limit del x tends to 0 del y by del x. This is whole meaning, and we got a derivation now this one. Now whatever the function we are providing, we will be providing, definitely we can find its differentiation by this formula whenever this sentence will be told, first principle. So keep remember this idea. Okay, let me rub this out, and I will take some function for you. Please try to understand it. First of all, I am taking here the famous one, sin x, and I am finding the differentiation of sin x. So we will be told here, find the differentiation of sin x by first principle. This will be told. This is your question. Find the differentiation of sin x by first principle. So by the first principle we will find the differentiation. So how we can find out? Look at it again. First of all, you remember the formula. What was the formula? Limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. So it is your f of x. You first find f of x plus h. How you can find f of x plus h? Put x equal to x plus h. So where x is there, I will put instead of x is x plus h. Now can you read? F of x equal to sin x, f of x plus h equal to sin x plus h. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Now, this is the formula. We know by first principle, dy by dx equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. Now put on the values. F of x plus h equal to sin x plus h. F of x equal to sin x upon h. You know, you put the value of x plus h and f of x. Now, what you will do, look at it again. Before starting even a single step, I tell you that you have come on the concept of limit. In the last exercise, we saw the limit question, we saw the formula. Limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x is 1. Limit x tends to 0, tan x upon x equal to 1. You know, all these formula you already have seen. So these formula can come here because you are on limit now. Okay. Now let me speak something. Now can you write that h here, and sin of x plus h and sin x is as it is. What we can do? Now please go on the trigonometric formula. We already have finished the trigonometry chapter. That sin c minus sin d we will use. Okay, I know that you have forgotten. Sin c minus sin d is 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus dy. That formula was there. Sin c plus sin d was 2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. That sin c minus sin d is 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. This formula you can see from the trigonometric chapter. You can see it there. Okay, so dy by dx we are having now limit of h tends to 0. So 1 by h. Sin, this is your c, this is your d. So put up the values, 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. That's a simple formula used. Instead of c you can write x plus h, instead of d you can write x. Now go on that limit 1 by h 2 cos, this is gonna be x and x 2x plus h by 2, and after cancelling x and x you are having h by 2. So can I erase all this bracket, because 2 and h gonna be 2 by h. It's better. Now the fantastic idea I'm giving you are doing limit. I will separate the limit, but before it I can see what you can. I just want to pull your attention towards that. It is sin h by 2. I don't bother about cos, because I have formula of sine. What is the formula of sine? The value in denominator should equal to its angle. So what is the angle of sine? H by 2. It must have a h by 2 in denominator. So this is my 2 by h. This is my 2 by h. What I will do now, cos of 2x plus h I will write same, and this is my h by 2. I will transfer 2 by h in denominator by h by 2. Again I speak myself, 2 by h it was, I transfer in denominator, it's gonna be h by 2. So both are same. Just 2 by h, it is h by 2. Both are same. It is 2 by h in numerator, I shifted in denominator, it is h by 2. And why I did so? Because I wanted sin h by 2, so angle equal to denominator. I did so. And then what I will do? I separate the limit. I separate the limit with this and with this. And you know that after using the limit, h tends to 0. We'll have a cos 2x by 2, 2 and 2 cancel. And you know that this is 1. So your answer is cos x. It's a cos x. So what you have obtained? You have obtained the differentiation of sin x. So your conclusion is d by dx of sin x, you have got cos x. Let me speak frankly that don't write y here because your y is sin x. Your y is sin x. So write d by dx of sin x, meaning differentiation of sin x with respect to x. Sometimes students make mistake, they write dy by dx sin x. It is a wrong sentence because your y is itself sin x. So don't write y, but instead of y you can write sin x. So this is the thing you have obtained, student. Whenever you will be told to find the differentiation by first principle of sin x, you can use this one. You have to use this one. You can't do any other else method. So please keep remember and do the practice towards this. One more question of cos x I will take. Okay, suppose you are told that cos x. How you can do this question? Same method. Okay, I do. You get it. First of all, I will find x plus h. F of x equal to cos, f of x plus h equal to cos x plus h. And I will use a formula. By first principle, we have a dy by dx is equal to f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. Go on the values. This is, suppose h I am writing here, f of x plus h cos x plus h, and f of x equal to cos x. Now what you use in formula? Cos c minus cos d. Use it. So 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin d minus c by 2. Try to understand about this formula. Use its formula cos c minus cos d. You can see in the chapter trigonometry. The next step will be so easy. Limit h tends to 0. This is h by 2. Sorry, 1 by h. And cos c minus cos d will be this one. 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin d minus c by 2. So your d is this one, d minus c. So x minus both, meaning sign change. Sign will change. So 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin d minus c. When d minus c was there, I changed the sign. And then what I will do the next? This h into will be 2 by h. Sin x and x will be 2x plus h by 2. Sin x and x cancel, minus h by 2. You should know the simple formula sin minus h by 2, sin minus theta. You should know sin minus theta in quadrant we studied. Sin minus theta equal to minus sin theta. So sin minus theta equal to minus sin theta. I will use that minus sin minus theta equal to minus sin theta. So minus I am writing with 2 here. And only sin 2x plus h by 2 sin h by 2 is still remaining. And you know the same method. We have an angle h by 2 with the sine. So I will try to make a same value in denominator. And this 2 by h is waiting here. And same I will do in the last I did. This minus I will write outside. 2x plus h by 2 I will write same. Sin h by 2 upon that 2 by h I will write h by 2. I will write h by 2. That I transferred 2 by h by h by 2 and minus I have written outside. and then I will separate the limit minus sine 2x plus h by 2 and the limit with sine h by 2 upon h by 2. You know this, put the value h tends to 0, 2 and 2 cancel, so minus sine x is here and it is 1. So answer is minus sine x. So this is the differentiation formula of cos x we have obtained. So student, this is the method. By this method we can conclude d by dx of cos x we got minus sin x. Remember these all formulas. It's a beginning student and don't ignore and underestimate this chapter, this portion. I already have told you that this will carry in class 12th also. So please don't forget. Sin x, the differentiation of sin x is cos x and differentiation of cos x is a minus sin x. Okay. Now one more function I will take, but I will leave some on you also. You have seen here that sin and cos goes very same. Tan and cot will definitely go same way. So I am taking function cot x and leave the differentiation of sin x or tan x on you. So tan and cot will go same way. So I am doing cot. Okay. So function is cot of x, and we want to find the differentiation of cot x with respect to x by first principle. So I'll go with f of x plus h. Cot of x plus h. Use a formula. dy by dx. We know limit. No more formalities now. It's f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. Limit that h I'm writing outside. F of x plus h equal to cot of x plus h minus cot of x. These two values I have put. Now it's a funny question I'm asking. Cot c minus cot d. Actually student thinks about this formula, but there is no formula of cot c minus cot d. So how you can do this question? Again I speak, instead of cot, if you supposed to have tan x, you will do by same method and you have to do it for your homework. Okay, so cot of x plus h I will write cos by sin. Try to understand. Cot by sin. And it is again cos upon sin. You know, that only have written it. After it, what can be done? Limit of x tends to 0. Look at, I tell you. I do LCM. Sin of x plus h and sin x. These two will be sin x cos x plus h minus cos x sin x plus h. I took LCM. What I will do next? What I am looking here, I want to pull your attention towards that. Sin a, you assume it is a, it is b. Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. It's an expanded formula of what? Let me explain something. That you know in the trigonometry, sin a minus b was there. Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. That the formula you already have known. Sin a minus b equal to sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Use it and get your answer. Limit h tends to 0, 1 by h, and make it small, make it compact. Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b is equal to sin a minus b. Use it here. Sin a minus b. Sin a meaning x minus b meaning x plus h. You don't bother about that line. This is a line bracket, because it is minus sign. The bracket is very important. Already I use a small bracket, first bracket, so I'm not using now any more bracket. I'm using a line bracket upon sin x plus h and sin x. What now next? You know it. X, this is 1 by h. Open the bracket. X minus h upon sin x plus h sin x. Both will cancel. Limit h tends to 0, 1 by h. Sin minus h, we have sin x plus h sin x. What will do? Sine minus theta is minus sine theta. You know it. Sine minus theta is a minus sine theta upon this is h. Sine x plus h. Sine x. What we will do now next? What we will do now next? Sine, along with that it is h. I will manage this h, denominator of sine h, so that it gonna be 1. So what I will do? Minus, that minus I will write upon h, and sine, let me rub this portion because it's insufficient, not a sufficient place. Let me rub this whole thing, already you have seen it, and let me write here. Limit of x tends to 0 minus sine h upon h into sine x plus h sine x. Nothing. Same I have written but without bracket. Now you know that what I am going to do. I want that sine h upon h I have written, and next I will break and separate the limit, and I will write rest part with that. Meaning what rest part we have? Minus 1 definitely you can write, because in denominator we have x plus h and sine x. You can understand it. Nothing hard. So this sine h upon h is gonna be 1, and use the limit h tends to 0. You will have a sine x into sine x. You know sine x, sine square x, and 1 by sine is a cosec square x. So this is a formula. This is a formula. Hope you have got it. Now student, what you learned here, that is none else but it is a differentiation of cot x we have obtained, which is minus cos x square x. So homework on you only. D by dx of tan x by same method you have to do, which will become sec square, which will becoming sec square x. So student, keep remember this thing, sec square x will be the answer of tan x. So in quick way, I tell you the last one, when your function is sec x, and same you will make a cosec x. So it's on you, cosec x you have to make. What you will do? You will write f of x plus h, sec of x plus h, and then use the formula dy by dx. Limit x tends to 0. Use the formula you know, f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. Limit h tends to 0. Put up the value sec of x plus h, sec of x upon h. What you will do now next? No C and D formula we have with the sec. I will write 2 sec, 1 by cos and 1 by cos. What we will do now next? We will take an LCM. Cos will come here, cos will come there, upon cos x plus h, cos x. That's simple. Now what I will do? I will use cos c minus cos d. I will use cos c minus cos d, which is 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin d minus c by 2. We already know it. We use the same formula in last questions. So limit of h tends to 0, 1 by h was there. Cos c minus cos d, I will write 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin d minus c. So your d is x plus h minus c by 2. And in upon we have a cos x plus h and cos x. What I will do now next? It's a 1 by h, so 2 by h, can I write 2 by h here? And along with that sine we have x and x, 2x plus h by 2. Sine, can you see? This is going to be h by 2 only, and cos of x plus h and cos x is remaining here. Again the same thing, it has come sin h by 2. So I will manage that 2 by h in denominator of sin h by 2. So what I will do now, sine of 2x plus h by 2 upon this I am writing, and breaking limit with sin h by 2, and I managed to 2 by h here it. So I have done 2 steps together. I separate the limit as well as I shifted 2 by h in denominator of sin h by 2. Now put the limit everywhere x tends to 0, I'll put here, it's going to be only sin x there. It is cos x there because x tends to 0 and again cos x, and it is 1. So what I will do now, don't multiply these two, but you do sin x by cos x is equal to tan x and 1 by cos x equal to sec x. You got a formula that d by dx of sec x equal to sec x into tan x. So this is the formula you have obtained, and similarly student, you have to make by your own d by dx of cosec x, which is minus cosec x cot x. So this formula you will make by your own. So student, these were the 6 important formulas we have explained, we have done today. Tomorrow we'll have more questions in next lecture. Many important questions will be done by the first principle. Thank you.